Yeah, he's cool. He's cool. He should be pulling in here shortly.
Yeah. I texted him. He told me he was gonna be up in here.
Testing 1. All right, we're with Baby Bull's brother, Jose. How's it going, man?
Everything's going great, boss. How about you guys?
All right, so he's all ready for the fight now,
He's
huh?
ready, man. He's pumped. He's amped. It's just one step closer for him to become a world champion.
Now, he's been around, man, how long has he been fighting? He's got like 40-something fights, right?
A
50
little
fights?
over a decade, almost 13 years.
Man, that's amazing. We're going to have Albert Alvarez ask a few questions. Come on over, Al.
Let me get
what's
my
up, man?
what's the good, my brother? Always a pleasure.
Yeah, man. So, is it, as far as your brother goes, is it Felix Verdejo that you think they're looking at as the next possible opponent, or what do you think they're looking for
right now
next?
it's just talks. Everything's just in the works. Top Rank hasn't told us specifically you're gonna fight Verdejo or you're gonna fight a champion.
Right.
All we know is that we have to take care of business this Saturday. We have to beat up on Cesar Vasquez. And once we do that, you know, the possibilities are endless after that, you know. So I mean, our end goal is to become world champions, and that's what that's what we're working for.
All right. And what do you know about his opponent, Cesar?
Well, Cesar Vasquez, he's a rugged guy. He has a great record. He's gonna come to fight. He can box also. He's a little taller, lankier guy. But I think this fight is gonna be fireworks, man. I think it's gonna be a non-stop action fight, and God willing, the Baby Bull is gonna pull it out, and he's gonna look spectacular.
Sounds good. Who are some of the sparring partners that your brother worked with?
Some of the sparring partners is Leonard Lane. He's a guy we usually do. He's a guy that my brother's really comfortable working with because he takes him to that next level. He's actually a 147 pounder, but my brother works very well with him. And another guy by the name of Joe, I forget what his last name, great guy. And there was one more guy who was he just fought about 2 months ago at 130. I forget his name, but he's a former world champion as well.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir. He came in from Mexico, so we
right,
boxed
right
him.
there in Houston?
It was Victor Caceres or something like that. Victor
okay, sounds
Caceres.
familiar.
Yeah.
And are you guys still at Savannah's boxing
No.
gym, or where are you guys?
We're currently now at the Baby Bull Boxing Academy.
Oh, that's right. You
Yes,
got the
sir.
academy.
Yes, sir. So we have our own boxing gym, so that's where we're based out of now.
Now, where's that located at?
It's actually located at 5711 Harrisburg in Houston, Texas, right down the street from the Dynamo Stadium.
From
The
where?
Houston Dynamo Stadium.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
And
Nice.
how's I remember the last time you guys rode through here, you guys had Highland Williams Jr. How's that
Actually,
kid
you
been?
know what? He was one of our sparring partners for this
Oh,
camp as well.
yeah.
So we have 4 guys. I completely forgot about Highland Williams. Man, he's still, Highland Williams. He's a great boxer. Talented. And last I heard, I think he got the fight coming up sometime later this month, or if not in September, 1st of September. So
Yeah.
he's still a great boxer,
I remember coming up, I was really big on him because I liked the way he would use his jab as not just like for leverage. He would use it as like a primary weapon because he had it, so he would just stick it out there and just stab you with it. So then when I heard you guys were coming down, I was like, I wonder if Hyden's gonna come down with them. And I just haven't heard much about him lately, so I'm just like, and so when you were mentioning the sparring partners, I was like, oh, I'm wondering if Hyden sparred with them too.
Yeah, I'm glad you did bring it up because he actually did have four different sparring
Yeah.
partners for this camp. So he was one of them, and he gave us great work, man. It was nonstop action when they got to sparring at the Baby Bull Boxing Academy. It was nonstop.
So tell us a little bit about the Baby Bull Boxing Academy. When did that start?
Well, Baby Bull Boxing Academy started roughly about 2 years ago, I think. Brian Caldwell, he's the main guy that operates that facility. He's the one that pretty much put everything together. And it was just something, to give back to the community, something that helped my brother establish his career as well as everybody else that's part of the team, It did wonderful things for all of us, and we felt that, it was only right to do something right in the heart where all the community could actually help themselves with that, Give them a dream.
Now, what side of town is that located?
That's actually in the southeast side of Houston. Southeast.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to check that out. I used to live in Houston. I go there quite a bit still and everything. So
Okay.
I wanna go check it out.
Definitely.
Sure.
Hey, you're more than welcome whenever you want.
Excellent.
And you know, when you brought up Brian Caldwell, as I mentioned, you know, that's someone who I've always kept in touch with. He definitely knows what he's doing. He knows he's nutritionist, conditioning. I mean, he seems to be an ace at that. You know, he's once in a while I text him up and ask him for, hey, you know, I need a meal plan for this, and he'll be like, you know what, do this and do that, and everything that he's ever told me has just been positive results. I could imagine when you used to fight. Was he also your conditioning coach and all that?
Yeah, Brian's been with us since day one. He started working out with us for free when we were only 12 and 15 years old. So
Wow.
I mean, he's a great guy. You know, he's our day one guy, and whatever he tells us, well, we're gonna do it, and we're gonna trust it. And he's, you know, helped us in all of our careers, and we're grateful for everything he's done for us. And he truly knows. He truly got his stuff together. You know, a lot of people might criticize him for certain stuff because, you know, my brother's physique might not be the way that a typical fighter is, but hey, he gets the job done every single time, and that's all that matters, you know. So that speaks volumes of his strength and conditioning coach.
Well, that's what I was gonna say too. Is as far you know, you mentioned his physique, which the way it looks, it's not your typical, you know, top athlete type of physique. But his punch output has always been sky high. He's always throwing, you know, punches and bunches. I remember seeing him back, you know, as a lightweight, 130 even.
Bonus shot.
He would throw like 70, 80 punches around, and you'd be like, man, he's gonna gas out, and he's still going strong. So what are some of the things that, you know, that you can share with us that Brian Caldwell does during camp that you feel helps you show face, you know, in the fight on fight night?
Well, it's just the multiple things. It's not one thing that he does, you know, because it's not just always about working hard. It's about knowing when to work hard, when to relax, and when to pick it back up, you know. And I think Brian is perfect when it comes to that, because whenever he sees certain stuff, he's like, hey, tone it down a little bit. Hey, let's pick it up, you know. So, I mean, everything Brian does is calculated, and that's the one thing that my brother trusts in him, that he knows that whatever Brian tells him, he knows that he's going to be able to throw 80 to 100 punches around in a fight.
All right, I have one more question for you. As a boxing fan yourself, who would be the top 2 or 3 guys that you would like to see your brother face off against?
Well, I'm going to say the top guy that we would love to fight would be Anthony Corolla, because that would be a non-stop fight. And guess what? Baby boy doesn't mind going to across the country. I mean, across the world to fight him. So, I mean, I know the UK has huge boxing fans, and I mean, hey, if that's a fight we can make happen, that would be a great fight. Or Terry Flanagan, you know, any champion in the lightweight division, we feel that we're ready for, and we would love to fight him, because our ultimate goal is to become 5-time world champion. A lot of people question the IBO championship, but hey, we don't care. We want it. We work hard for it. We know what it takes to become a champion, so it counts for us, you know. So officially, we're a 4-time world title champion, and we're going for our 5th one.
There you go, man. Well, thank you for your time.
No, always a pleasure, man. Always
again,
a pleasure. Man. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Thank you guys for having us and supporting the Baby Boy team.
Thank you very much.
All right, perfect, man.
Awesome.